Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the opinions of others no longer control your mind. The noise, the criticism, the judgment, none of it touches you anymore. You are calm, you are focused, and suddenly you become unstoppable. This is not motivation. This is Stoic philosophy. Studio microphone intro. In today's world, people spend most of their energy watching others. They compare their lives, their success, their relationships, their money, and their happiness to what they see around them. Social media made this even worse. People constantly check what others are doing, what they achieved, where they traveled, and how they live. But Stoic philosophers discovered something powerful thousands of years ago. They realized that the moment you stop focusing on others and start focusing on yourself, your life begins to transform. And one Stoic rule stands above all others. A rule that can make a person mentally strong, emotionally calm, and almost impossible to disturb. That rule is simple. Focus on what you can control. Brain Part 1. Why people lose their power. Most people lose their peace because they are obsessed with things outside their control. They worry about what others think. They worry about how others judge them. They worry about approval. And without realizing it, they hand over control of their happiness to strangers. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once wrote something incredibly powerful. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Think about that for a moment. You cannot control what people say, or what people think, how people behave, but you can control your reactions, your thoughts, your actions, and that changes everything. Brain Part 2. The moment you focus on yourself. When you truly focus on yourself, something interesting happens. You stop wasting energy. Energy that used to go into comparison. Energy that used to go into jealousy. Energy that used to go into frustration now goes into growth. Suddenly, you have time to improve. Time to improve. You read more. You think more clearly. You build skills. You strengthen your mind. And slowly, people start noticing something different about you. You become calm. Not lazy calm, but powerful calm. The kind of calm that comes from discipline. Brain Part 3. Why Stoic people look unstoppable. Stoic people appear unstoppable not because life is easy for them, but because they refuse to fight the wrong battles. They do not fight opinions. They do not fight criticism. They do not fight rumors. Instead, they focus on building themselves. And this creates a powerful psychological advantage. When others are distracted, you are improving. When others argue, you are learning. When others complain, you are moving forward. And over time, this creates something very rare. Mental strength. Brain Part 4. Ignoring distractions. In modern life, distractions are everywhere. Notifications, messages, arguments online, drama, and the more attention you give these things, the weaker your focus becomes. Stoic philosophy teaches a powerful strategy. Ignore what does not matter. This does not mean becoming cold or emotionless. It means becoming selective with your attention, because attention is your most valuable resource. Where you place your attention, your life follows. Brain Part 5. Building inner peace. Inner peace is not something you find. It is something you build. And Stoicism gives a simple formula. Focus on 3 things. Your actions, your thoughts, your discipline. Everything else is noise. When you follow this rule consistently, your mind becomes calmer. Your decisions become clearer. Your emotions become stronger. And the chaos of the outside world stops affecting you as much. Part 6. The Stoic Advantage. The real power of Stoicism is not motivation. It is clarity. Stoics understand something most people never realize. Life becomes easier when you stop fighting reality. Instead of complaining about circumstances, you adapt. Instead of blaming others, you improve yourself. Instead of chasing validation, you build self-respect. And that is what makes Stoic thinkers so powerful. They rely on themselves. Brain Part 7. Becoming unstoppable. Being unstoppable does not mean never failing. It means never being destroyed by failure. Stoic thinkers expect obstacles. They expect criticism. They expect setbacks. But instead of resisting them, they use them. Every challenge becomes training. Every problem becomes a lesson. Every mistake becomes growth. And slowly something incredible happens. Your mind becomes stronger than your circumstances. Brain Part 8, the final Stoic rule. So if there is one Stoic rule you remember from this video, let it be this. Focus on yourself. Not selfishly, but wisely. Focus on your growth, your discipline, your character. Ignore the noise. Ignore the distractions. Ignore the opinions that add no value to your life. Because the moment you do this, you take your power back. Stoic philosophy has survived for more than 2,000 years for a reason. Because it reveals a simple truth. The strongest person in the room is not the loudest, not the richest, not the most popular. The strongest person is the one who controls their mind. So focus on yourself, build your discipline, strengthen your character, and one day you may realize something surprising. You didn't become unstoppable because the world changed. You became unstoppable because you did.